Hey there, I wanted to come in here and talk about dun 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 big outrageous goals or small mediocre moderate goals. What kind of goals do you prefer to set? I think this is a great conversation, especially now because we're more than halfway through January. Can you believe it? I mean, 2023 is flying by. What type of goals do you like to set? Small or moderate goals versus those big outrageous goals. So what I have found when I've set those big outrageous goals, like I said, is the level of belief on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being 100%, sometimes it's a 5 or a 6. So the problem with that disbelief comes doubt and perhaps worry or even frustration. Emotions are so important because it's like, think of a radio. Whatever you're tuned into is what you are dialing in. So whatever energy you are taking action from, if you're leading from doubt or you're leading from fear, you're only going to attract that frequency back. But one thing I find that's helpful to get out of the lack, to get out of the doubt, to get out of that resistance that you feel, which doesn't help you to attract those things and people and opportunities that are going to help you meet those milestones along the way to your goal, is to chunk it down, to come up with something smaller. Now, here's the caveat to that. When I have made a smaller goal, when I have taken that number, let's say the number is 10 clients in the next 30 days. Let's say I chunk that number down to 2, okay? What's the level of believability in attracting 2 clients in 30 days? It's a 10. I believe I could do it because I've done it before. I've attracted more than 2 clients in a month. So that's great to have that 100% believability. However, the problem I've experienced with setting a small goal or a floor goal is the lack of enthusiasm or excitement. Like 2 clients in 1 month, yes, thank you, universe, grateful and more please. And that enthusiasm is not there. So what to do? You know, where can you find some harmony between the big outrageous and the small or moderate, whatever synonym you want to use for that smaller goal? What to do when you want to set a believable goal that's reasonable, that's achievable, but it doesn't spark joy. It doesn't get you super excited. I'm going to share with you something that I've done. And I could use the example of the 2 clients. 2 clients in 1 month, 100% believable, but not that exciting, right? The way I've made it more exciting is to remove the number. Why 2? Why 7? Why 10? You know, what is meaningful about that? If you follow the SMART goals, the specific, measurable, achievable, the R reasonable, and the T timely, if you follow that, not only do you want your goal to be measurable, something like with a number that you can quantify, you also want it to be meaningful. So what's meaningful about the number? And when I asked myself that, what I realized is the number wasn't that meaningful. So I asked myself, well, then what is meaningful? What is it that I want? It's not about the 10 clients. I mean, yeah, that would be more money, right? But I'm not driven by money. That's not my highest top value. It's transformation and expansion. So with the intent of feeling good, feeling that I believe 100% and feeling excited and motivated and compelled to take physical action to achieve the goal, I removed the number for a short time being until I started getting the successes that I wanted. And by removing the number, it became the outcome. I am focusing on helping to expand more lives. That I'm so excited that I get to show up every day and help to transform and contribute to the world. I love seeing the shifts on people's faces when they suddenly have this aha moment and they realize something new and that's more aligned with what they want. I love watching the wins and successes that they have. It feels so good to be a part of their personal growth journey. So I don't know if you could hear the difference, but to me, and again, the only thing that matters is how you feel when it comes to your outcomes and your goals that you create. That's the only thing that matters, is how you feel. So which way sounds more exciting for you? What are you going to believe? What is going to compel you? What is going to motivate you? And then do that. So whether you're going to focus on the numbers or you're going to choose to focus on what you value, what are those qualities? For example, expansion, transformation, personal growth, right? Contribution. Find what it is for you and tailor your goals around that. And I'm going to give a specific example of a client just to illustrate this more. So this client, she had, I don't know that it was outrageous, but it was a big goal, right? Financial planner. And current at the time, she was scheduling, it was 6 meetings a week. That's what she was putting on her calendar, 6 meetings a week with prospects, potential people that can become clients. The mentor that she was working with said, what you really want to aim for is 25 meetings a week. And it has been shown that when you get 25 meetings per week, that's about 100 plus per month, you typically will close 5 to 7 new clients a month. So was that meaningful to my client? Or was she just following what she was shown or taught to do from her mentor? So again, one of the things with goal success is it's got to be meaningful to you. So however you need to word it so that it is meaningful, that's what you want to do. The second thing is she was at the time scheduling 6 meetings a week. So to go from 6 meetings to 25 meetings felt on the outrageous side. Her level of believability was on the lower end. So I said, okay, let's chunk this down. What if you were to double the number of meetings per week? And she's like, well, if I book 12 meetings a week, that's good. I believe that I could do it, and closer to like an 8 or a 9 that I believe it. But there was a but in there, and the but was that wasn't very exciting. She wasn't really motivated. And that led to putting tasks off and saying, oh, I'll just, do that tomorrow. So in order to remove that barrier of not really feeling excited about, doubling the number of meetings, the next week she booked those 12 meetings. She went from 6 to 12 and she was thankful. It's like, thank you, universe, and more, please, right? So she was thankful, and at the same time, it wasn't feeling she wanted more. It was feeling not enough. And that's human. And again, it's normal to feel that way. I feel that way too. Where we get tripped up is in our energy, because that's lack, right? There's resistance in that, and you're just kind of pushing away more that is available to you. And I had suggested, instead of you focusing on the number, because the numbers are just not exciting you, what's more meaningful to you, right? Like, what do you really want? And she's like, I want to help people. I want to guide people. And it's like, great. And her face started lighting up. So it's like, who do you need to be? What kind of person is somebody who helps and guides? And that's of the utmost importance. And she's like a person who's nurturing, like, I'm nurturing. And it's like, do you believe that you are? And she's like, yeah, I'm a mother of 3 kids. I do believe that I am nurturing. So we started focusing on that. And she started focusing on, I'm a natural nurturer. And I love nurturing people. I love nurturing prospects every day. I love nurturing them and getting to know them and helping and guiding and then creating warm leads. I love the warm leads that I'm bringing in every day. So then she started feeling really, really good. And the number, I mean, she could have had the number in the back of her mind, that 25 meetings per week, but she wasn't focused on that. And how that was helping is when she was still at 12 meetings and she would get 13, she would get 14, the disappointment wasn't there because that wasn't her primary focus. It was that she was nurturing people. She was warming people up. She was helping, she was guiding, she was educating. And so that was happening. So she was feeling like she was a success. She was feeling good about herself and she was riding that wave of motivation. And guess what? She got to the 25 meetings per week. When we worked on her goal for August, this was August of last year, the goal was she wanted those 5 to 7 clients, and she got them. She got them in the 31 days in August. And it was because she was managing her energy. So, and the best indicator is to pay attention to your results. When you have the results you want, you're doing something right. You're in alignment, right? And when you're not getting the results you want, and it's happened to me before too, I have set some bigger goals, but it would have served me better to maybe set a lower number where that believability was there, and then juice it up and make it more exciting by putting the number aside. It doesn't have to be the primary focus. What matters is that you keep taking inspired action every day, that you're showing up, that you're being who you need to be to get these outcomes that you want, and that you feel good about yourself and you feel good about what you're doing along the way. So however you need to get there, whatever you need to do to get there, if it's not putting your focus on the number, if it's putting your focus on what you value and what's important to you, then who cares? What matters is that you get what you want, and you might have to go about it a different way, and that's okay. So to sum up, there's no right or wrong way of setting goals. You could follow what people say. I've done that too. What I have found, especially being a person that likes to do things my way, is to do that. To play with it. Like, let me try this goal on for size. How does this feel? It's a little big, right? I don't feel confident in it. So I can make it a little smaller. And when I do that, if it feels like not exciting, then I just remove the number, because it's not about the number. At the end of the day, if you chunk up for the why, the purpose, like why you're doing what you're doing, you want to serve, you want to contribute, you want to transform. Why do you do what you do? What is it that you really want? And if you can lead from that and make that your focus, and then be excited when you take action and then look at those results. Pay attention to your results and then be willing to change. Be willing to do something about it. How can you tweak it so that it's more, like I said, believable and it's more meaningful to you? And there's so many other ingredients that go into this. January 20th at 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing an hour-long workshop where we're really going to dig into this, and I'm going to give you an outcome success framework where you have the framework and you just have to plug in this information. But how do you leverage the power of your subconscious mind, which is your goal getter? Your conscious mind, like we're not having a conversation. I'm talking and you're listening and I'm waiting to see your comments. But that's the goal setter. We set goals with our conscious mind. And the subconscious mind, which is always running the show, right? It's what you're doing when you're on autopilot, is the goal getter. So how do you leverage that goal getter? How do you speak to the subconscious mind to help you to achieve those goals? So we're going to dig really deep into this. And if that interests you at all, comment below, let me know, reach out to me. You could reach out to me privately if you prefer and ask, and I'm happy to share the details with you. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk with you soon. Have a great day.